This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. 8 types of cherries written by Nihar for public domain purpose only, and how to use them. Find out which types are best for baking, snacking, and more types of cherries. Nothing screams summer quite like a bowl full of cherries or a slab of cherry cobbler. But before you get snacking and baking, you should know the difference between common types of cherries. Understanding popular cherry varieties will help you know which cherries to use when, as well as how to identify them at the grocery store. Cherries are a type of stone fruit, and they can be divided into 2 main categories: sweet cherries and tart or sour cherries. Fresh sweet cherries make a great snack on their own. They typically start showing up in grocery stores in May and are available through August. Sour cherries, on the other hand, are too tart for most people to eat out of hand, but they're great for baked goods like cherry pies as well as jams and preserves. Because sour cherries don't travel as well as sweet cherries, they're typically sold frozen or canned. You can bake with sweet cherries too, but many sweet cherry recipes, like Reed Drummond's cherry pie recipe, call for acidic ingredients like vinegar or lemon juice to balance out the sweetness. Keep in mind that if you want to substitute sour cherries for sweet ones in a recipe or vice versa, you'll also want to adjust the sugar and any acid. Keep reading for a closer look at 8 common types of cherries. Then make the most of cherry season with Ree's recipes for cherry sherbet, cherry cookie bars, and cherry top cheesecake. 1. Bing cherries. Types of cherries. Bing Cantolostes is the most common type of dark sweet cherry you'll find at the grocery store, in both fresh and frozen form. Firm, juicy, and sweet, these heart-shaped cherries make a delicious summer snack. A helpful bonus, they're rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. 2. Rainier cherries. Types of cherries. Rainierv 84, named for the highest peak in Washington state. Rainier cherries are easy to identify thanks to their distinctive yellow and red flesh. They're slightly sweeter than Bing cherries and taste delicious on their own. Due to their short growing season, they can be pricey. 3. Chelan cherries. Types of cherries. Chelan also known as black cherries. Chelan cherries resemble Bing cherries in appearance, but have a milder, though still sweet, taste. A hardy variety, these cherries ripen early in the growing season and are resistant to cracks and splits. 4. Montmorency cherries. Types of cherries. Sour. Montmorency Kidron in Michigan. Montmorency cherries are the most popular sour cherries in the U.S. You can typically find them frozen or canned, rather than fresh. Classic sour cherry pies are typically made with this variety. They're also used to make tart cherry juice. Try them in Ree's individual cherry almond crisps, which are made in ramekins. 5. English Morello cherries. Types of cherries. Morello stockfed. The other popular type of sour cherry is the English Morello. You can usually find this variety jarred in light syrup at the grocery store. 6. Maraschino cherries. Types of cherries. Maraschino Smith chewy, bright red cherries that top Shirley Temples aren't actually a special cherry variety, but rather refer to sweet cherries that have been preserved in brine, sweetened, and dyed. High-end brands like Luxardo skip the dye, so they have a darker color. Maraschino cherries are the perfect finishing touch for ice cream sundaes and baked goods like tres leches cake. 7. Amarena cherries. Types of cherries. Amarena. These dark sour cherries are native to Italy and typically come bottled or jarred in syrup. They're a delicious addition to cocktails and desserts like ice cream and cheesecake. 8. Dried cherries. Types of cherries. Dried Pioneer or Womandried cherries are typically dehydrated tart cherries. You can find bags of dried cherries, both sweetened and unsweetened, in the grocery store, usually near the raisins and dried cranberries. Add them to trail mix, or use them in recipes like Ree's apple, pecan, and blue cheese salad or her oatmeal cherry cookies.